the back roll. Let's take a look. There's a few ways you can start. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'll just start from front support. I dip like so. The first progression I like to play with for the back roll, which most people find dramatically harder than the front roll because of the demands on the biceps, the shoulders, is this lower ring position with a chair or a box or something to catch the feet, just to get a feel for what it's like to maintain false grip as we go over backwards, because it's a very unnatural feeling at first. So what I like to do is just get a sense of my false grip, and I'm gonna give myself a spot or a jump into the upside down position. I'm gonna roll my feet down until they're supported and get a feel for what that's like, because there are significant demands on the front deltoid and also the biceps here, and it's tricky to maintain that false grip. So having a play with this position can really help just to teach the false grip not to let go. So up we go and over and up like so. In the next progression, we're going to look at going from a little higher, the use of a support band and the timing of the kick. Let's try the same progression with no box now, just with our stretchy band. We get our rubber band set up in our ring position, and you'll notice that I just put my palms of my hands on top of the stretchy band so that it's tight, and then I twist the rings to create my false grip, and I have a little bit of a landing pad for my hips to land on there when I do my hop over. So I'm gonna keep my arms nice and bent the whole way through, my thumbs to chest. I'm gonna support myself over and just get used to this hang position, and then you'll find the stretchy band can help you over. Untwist the rings, because once again, when you're holding them tight like that, they're doing a full twist in your hand, so it's a good idea to just let them untwist, especially if they're short like this. Set up again, and let's have a look at that once again. So my stretchy band's in position, false grip is applied, my landing pad is set, hop myself up, my hips are on the stretchy band, and I can support myself back into the front support position. So this is a great tool just for developing that awareness once you can take the box away. Common mistakes for the back roll are losing the false grip. So as we go over, we end up in more of a skin the cat position because we lose our false grip. The angle of the feet on which we extend through the hips, that can really matter. If you go too high, you'll end up going too vertical. So if you end up sort of like this, you'll end up going too high. And again, if the toes come too low, it makes it even harder on the arm. So I find a good angle is around 45 degrees to extend through the hips, point the toes 45 degrees and extend, and that can really help just with that portion of the back roll. The other common mistake is not turning the rings out as you go over. So I'll do one without the false grip so you get an idea. What you want to do as you kip and extend out through the hips and legs, you want to turn the rings out so that you have your palms facing down, and then that gives you the angle to squeeze on up. So you need to turn the rings out with the hands as you're turning over. So when you're starting they're turned in, and then as you go over, you need to turn them out. The other really key factor with the back roll is making sure that the hips come up higher than the hands, because if they drop below, you just have no chance of getting them back over. So let's just have a look at what I mean by that. So we want to get the hips up and over the hands. If they get lower than the hands, you just cannot recover. It's too much on the arms. So really think about getting the hips up high, point the toes somewhere in that 45-degree range as you extend. The rings need to face down, lock the arms in tight and really fulcrum over, and you'll start to come over. Let's try and really slow one down so you can see the angles here going on in the back roll. So you can see there, it's all about keeping those arms in tight. It's not necessarily about going fast. If you've got them in tight and you get the angle of the toes coming out on this 45-degree angle, you should be able to leverage your way up and over.